Hey fam, just wanted to sit back and share some thoughts with you for a few minutes. I've been trying to find my voice, find my words. I know y'all about sick of me, the ones that's been rocking with me for a minute. You know I've been a little stuck. No, that's a lie. I've been stuck, all the way stuck. Um, but I've actually had some events unfold over the past almost a month now, that I've been trying to find a way to put it all into words, but I'm coming to realize now I couldn't put it into words because it was still unfolding. But I was led to something that helped me understand how and why I've been so stuck. So I wanted to do a series of videos talking about it because I'm also realizing from comments that I'm seeing in various channels that I'm subscribed to and things in those collectives, that it's probably something that's affecting more people than they realize, and I want to speak on it. Now, this first segment, it started for me about a month ago, and this really truthfully doesn't have anything to do with where I'm going in the conversation, except it was a starting point for me to kind of sharpen my, make sure I was paying attention, make sure I was hearing, so to speak. So I call this segment Pancakes at 4 a.m. because that's exactly what happened to me. Spirit was trying to see if I was paying attention, and in doing so, I was allowed to help somebody, but it involved, I was supposed to take my roommate, my friend that I live with, to work because I was borrowing his car for the day. This is a thing that we do. I work from home, but one day I go into the office, and on that day I take him to work. Well, this particular day, instead of taking him 2 or 3 blocks down, across the way, or 2 or 3 miles to the train station, he overslept. I had to drive him all the way to the other end of town to the airport, so it became like an hour round trip. Fine, no problem. I get up, take him to the airport. I'm so sleepy. Like I said, he drives down there. I'm sleeping because it's 3:30 in the morning, and that's fine. So I drop him off. I'm headed back to the house, and all of a sudden I get this intense desire for pancakes. I'm thinking, it's so much so I was trying to figure out where in the world am I going to get pancakes. I thought, in my mind, I'm just telling you how this all played out because it's a little crazy. I realize, but I'm going to get you the real because that's how we do around here. I decided I was going to go to McDonald's. Now, I don't even eat McDonald's food no more, but I was thinking about this McGriddle thing, and I'm thinking, okay, that's not really pancakes, but it'll satisfy the desire. Cool. I'm going to go get me a McGriddle. Let me bounce, because I knew there was a McDonald's not too super far from the house. So I'm tooling on around. I go down there to the McDonald's. There was, like I said, all of them aren't open all night, but I found this one that I know is supposed to be an all-night McDonald's. I had completely forgotten that time of night they're on the dinner menu, but I went to the McDonald's, and there was somebody at the restaurant, but the restaurant was closed. And I'm like, cool. I ain't need them no way. Take my simple tail to the house and go to bed. It's 4 a.m. So I'm driving home. I probably got 5 or 6 miles left to go. And then all of a sudden, a thought literally came spiking through. There's an IHOP about 8 blocks from my house. I can, instead of making a right turn to go to the condo, I can go left. About 7, 8 blocks away, there's an IHOP, which is unusual only because as long as I've been in Atlanta, I literally just noticed that restaurant 1 week before. I'm down that street all the time, but I don't eat out fast foods a lot. And since I've been trying to taper down and all of that, it's like, me and the weight struggle is real, but I've become so sugar and gluten sensitive that places like IHOP are just completely off the radar for me anymore. I haven't had pancakes in years. But here we are, 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm not even questioning it. it came in so thick. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just pay the price. I'm gonna get these pancakes. I'll get an omelet too while I'm at it. I'm going to IHOP now that I remember that it's there. Cool. So I get to the IHOP, walk in. Mind you, it's 4 a.m. and I had been asleep. So normally my vanity level would not have even allowed me to walk in this store looking like this, because I literally had just pulled on empty old thing to go out the house and take him to work because nobody was gonna see me. But I walk in the IHOP. I had not been sitting down at the window looking at the menu for more than maybe 45 seconds when a man walked in the restaurant, and he was like, sis, I'm sorry to bother you. I tried to talk to the people outside. They couldn't help me. Can you please spare a couple dollars so I can get to the next town over, Douglasville, um, to get home? I need some gas money. So I just kind of laughed to myself. I was like, and I went to tell him, I was like, I don't normally have cash on me, but this particular day I had gone to do something that required me to have some cash. So I had like $6 in my wallet. So thank you, Spirit. Now I know why you wanted me to be at this IHOP at 6 o'clock in the morning to help somebody. Cool. I go, give him the $6. He reaches out. He was so happy. He just grabbed me for a hug. And when he did, then I realized, oh, now I know why Spirit really wanted me there. I was like, brother, how much have you had to drink tonight? And he admitted he'd had a couple drinks. He wasn't drunk by any stretch of the imagination, but I could smell it coming out of his skin. Now, I ain't talking about old, but trust me, I know the difference. I've lived with an alcoholic. Uh, I've seen like bummy. He wasn't drunk, but he ain't had no business driving. And so I was like, we sat down. I didn't get loud on him. I didn't get embarrassing with him. I didn't try to take the money back, but I just had to call some things to his attention, that the life he might save might be his own, or somebody's baby, or somebody's grandmother, or even if he didn't kill someone, DUI issues, them ain't the kind of problems you want in your life, bro. And at the end of it all, he thanked me deeply, and he thanked me for not being judgmental. He gave me a hug again, and he promised me. I had asked him to go park the car at the back of the parking lot and take the keys out, get in this opposite side in the passenger seat, and take a couple hours nap. And he did. That area was kind of dark, but the gas station he was going to go to was literally within sight of the restaurant. So he promised me that he would park there in that parking lot where it was well lit, that he would not try to go home until he had slept for at least 2 hours. So it was like, wow, okay. That's why Spirit was allowing me pancakes at 4 o'clock in the morning. So I go home. I got them to go. I came home. I was like, you know what? I'm going to enjoy these pancakes with no guilt, no recriminations. And I was sitting there enjoying my pancakes, and I was scrolling through YouTube because that's what I do. And I was drawn to a reader that like I said, I've been drawn to her collective. I watch a lot of her stuff. She's been all over the situation with me and my twin coming in and several different things. So much synchronicity with her and confirmation. But oddly enough, she had posted readings. Normally she posts early in the day. This particular night she had been posting. She got up at 1 o'clock in the morning, and she said in her first video, she sounded so sleepy. She was like, I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm being real quiet, but Spirit got me up at 1 in the morning to deliver these messages, so let's go. And she started speaking on everything. It was like she was summing up everything that I've been going through and seeing in my own personal readings, my personal life story, synchronicities, all this stuff. And it was like a series of 3 videos. And I just knew that I was supposed to see those. I heard it. It was great. I went on to bed. And then the next morning, when I got up, That, no, I take that back. That was Thursday morning. Saturday morning when I woke up, I'm thinking, okay, that's cool. Everything is done. I'm done with that. I started hearing obedience is better than sacrifice. Now, I'm not a super religious person anymore. I don't know if I was ever super religious. They tried to give it to me, but I've read the Bible, all of that. I'm more spiritual than religious, but I kept hearing obedience is better than sacrifice, to hearken than the fat of rams. So much so I had to look the scripture up. Okay. Um, and I didn't understand what it meant, but I was so happy and high on life at having heard this message that lined me up to be able to help somebody, that I really thought that that's what it meant, and I was high on life with that, and everything was cool. And yeah, but there was so much more to the story. And I'm sorry about these glasses, but I had to check and see. And yeah, we're at about 10, 11 minutes in now. So this is part one of this story. It didn't start getting good and personal until after that, when I started hearing obedience is better than sacrifice. But I'm going to put this one, a pin in this. If you want to hear the rest of the story, just click on the next link. I think that one is going to be called Obedience is Better Than Sacrifice, Even When It Hurts. But I love you. Peace out. Till next time. Namaste.